All right, today we are pulling back the curtain on one of the biggest buzzwords out there, artificial intelligence. So, what is it really? And more importantly, how is it already a part of your life in ways you might not even realize?
Let's start with something you probably do every single day. You pick up your phone, you glance at it, and boom, it's unlocked. How in the world does it know it's you and not, say, your brother or your best friend trying to sneak a peek?
Well, it's definitely not a magic trick. It's the power of artificial intelligence, a system that's been trained to do something that, until pretty recently, only a human could do. And today, we're going to figure out exactly how it all works. To really get your head around AI, I've found the best way to think about it is like a set of those Russian nesting dolls. Where you open one up and there's another one inside, and another inside that. So let's pop open the first one. So AI is that biggest, outermost doll. It's the whole field, the big grand idea of creating smart machines. Anything from recognizing your face to translating a language or even writing a book report, that all falls under the giant umbrella of AI. Now crack open that big AI doll, and inside you'll find the next layer, machine learning. And this is where things get really cool. Instead of writing millions of lines of code to tell a computer exactly what to do, with machine learning, you just show it a ton of examples and let it figure out the patterns on its own. It literally learns from experience. And then, deep inside at the very core, you've got the smallest doll, deep learning. Think of this as machine learning on steroids. It uses something called artificial neural networks, which are complex digital webs that are actually inspired by the way our own brains are wired. With all these layers, it can learn incredibly complicated things from just massive amounts of data. Okay, so we've got these layers of intelligence: AI, machine learning, deep learning. But what can you actually do with them? Let's look at a really awesome example that you're probably already using every single day: computer vision. Computer vision is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. We're giving computers the sense of sight. We are teaching machines how to look at an image or a video or even a medical scan and actually understand what they're seeing. And this isn't science fiction. It's happening right now all around us. It's helping doctors spot diseases on X-rays way earlier than the human eye can. It's finding tiny invisible flaws in brand new cars. And yep, it's how your phone recognizes your face. It's kind of everywhere. But how? I mean, how does a machine actually learn to do something so incredibly complex, like telling the difference between a healthy lung on an X-ray and one that shows signs of disease? Well, it might sound super complicated, but the basic idea is a lot like learning to play a video game. The first time you play, you're pretty terrible, right? You try things, you mess up, you learn. AI does the exact same thing, but it's playing that game millions of times a second. It all happens in what's called a learning loop. The machine makes a guess. I think this X-ray looks healthy. Then it checks the answer. If it was wrong, it makes a tiny, tiny adjustment to its strategy. Then it does it again, and again, and again, millions and millions of times, until its guesses go from being pretty bad to almost perfect. But, and this is a really big but, there's a catch. Since these AI systems are learning from data that we humans create, they can also pick up on our flaws. You see, an AI is only as good and only as fair as the data we feed it. If the information we give it is skewed or reflects the hidden biases in our society, guess what? The AI learns those biases, and sometimes it can even make them worse. For example, there's a famous story about a recruiting tool a huge tech company built. They trained it on 10 years of their own hiring data to find the best candidates. The problem was, that historical data came from a male-dominated industry, so the AI taught itself that male candidates were just better. It even started penalizing resumes that had the word women's in them. And take a look at this, because it's wild. A huge study tested a bunch of facial recognition systems. For lighter-skinned men, they were nearly flawless. But for darker-skinned women, the error rate shot up to a shocking 35%. The reason is simple, and it's a massive problem. The AI just hadn't been trained on enough photos of people from diverse backgrounds. And this is exactly why understanding how AI works is so important. It's not just some nerdy tech thing. This is crucial, because this technology is going to be a massive part of all of our futures. I mean, check this out. The World Economic Forum estimates that 65% of future jobs are going to involve working side by side with intelligent AI systems. It's not about being replaced by robots, it's about learning to work with them. So as we wrap this up, the real takeaway is this:
AI is an incredibly powerful tool, but it's a tool that learns from us. The big question isn't just what can AI do? The real question is, what are we going to teach it? The challenge for all of us then is to make sure we're building an AI that reflects the very best parts of who we are. Thanks for tuning in.